He said, "One day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember." My father told me when I was just a child. It's a beautiful lyric. It makes you want to travel, fall in love, and climb mountains. But let's look at your calendar. Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, commute, sleep, repeat. How are you supposed to live a life you will remember when you can't even remember what you did last Tuesday? Because every day looks exactly the same. The system isn't designed for you to make memories, it's designed for you to make payments. Today, we're going to talk about how to break out of the loop, not to buy a Ferrari, but to buy your life back. Stop complicating it, start getting free. Here's the brutal truth about your current situation: you're not living, you're paying to exist. The average American household makes $83,730 a year, but spends every penny of it and then some, carrying $104,755 in total debt. You're making $748 car payments for 69 months. You're contributing to $1.23 trillion in collective credit card debt. You're working 40 hours a week plus commute time plus mental recovery time, which means you're spending about 50 hours a week trading your life for money. And what are you getting for those 50 hours? Payments, stress, a vague feeling that you're falling behind, a calendar that looks identical every single week. This isn't living. This is indentured servitude with better branding. Financial freedom isn't a lottery ticket or a get rich quick scheme. It's math, simple, brutal math. Financial freedom is when your investments generate enough passive income to cover your living expenses so you never have to work again unless you want to. It's when you own your time. Every Monday morning, every hour of every day belongs to you. No boss, no commute, no trading your life for payments. And the roadmap to get there has exactly 4 steps, no more, no less. You can complicate it with vision boards and affirmations and crypto scams if you want, but those are distractions. The actual path is simple, which is why most people never take it. Step one, calculate your freedom number. This is the amount of money you need invested to generate enough passive income to cover your expenses. Most people skip this because they think it's too hard, but it's basic math. Take your annual expenses. Let's say you live on $50,000 a year. Using the 4% safe withdrawal rule, which means you can withdraw 4% of your investments each year without running out of money, you need $1,250,000 invested. $50,000 divided by 0.04 equals $1,250,000. That's your freedom number. Not $10 million, not $100 million. $1.25 million if you live on $50,000 a year. Now, most people immediately panic because $1.25 million sounds impossible, but it's not. It's just math. And math doesn't care about your feelings or your excuses or how overwhelming it seems. Math just is. Step two, create the gap. This is where 95% of people fail because it requires sacrifice. The gap is the difference between what you earn and what you spend. If you earn $80,000 and spend $75,000, your gap is $5,000. If you earn $80,000 and spend $50,000, your gap is $30,000. That gap is rocket fuel. That's the money you save and invest every month. That's what compounds over time to get you to your freedom number. Most people have no gap. They earn $83,730 and spend $83,730 plus debt payments. They have zero gap, zero rocket fuel. They're just spinning their wheels. Creating the gap means spending less than you earn, dramatically less. It means living like you make half of what you make. It means saying no to the nicer apartment, the new car, the expensive vacations, the keeping up with your peers. It means being the weird one who packs lunch and drives a paid off car and doesn't go out to restaurants 3 times a week. And everyone will think you're struggling. Everyone will think you're cheap. Everyone will think you must be having money problems. Let them think that. They're wrong. You're building escape velocity. Step 3, invest ruthlessly. Once you have the gap, you don't spend it. You don't treat yourself. You you don't upgrade your lifestyle. You invest every single dollar of it. No get rich quick schemes, no individual stocks, no crypto gambling, index funds, boring S&P 500 index funds that have averaged about 10% annual returns for the last 100 years. If you invest $2,000 a month at 10% returns, after 10 years, you have $403,000. After 20 years, $1.66 million. After 25 years, $3.6 million. That's your freedom number and beyond. And here's what's going to happen. Life will throw emergencies at you. Car breaks, medical bills, job loss, whatever. And your instinct will be to stop investing and use that money for the emergency. Don't keep investing. Build a $1,000 emergency fund first, then invest everything else. Use the emergency fund for emergencies. When it gets low, rebuild it. But never stop investing the gap. Never. Because compound interest doesn't care about your emergencies. It just keeps working. And the longer you let it work, the faster you escape. Step 4, never inflate your lifestyle. This is the silent killer. This is what destroys 90% of people who get close to financial freedom. They create the gap, they invest for 5 years, they see their net worth growing, and then they get a raise or a bonus or their investments hit a milestone and they think, I've earned this, now I can finally live a little. So they upgrade their car, move to a bigger house, start spending more, and suddenly their expenses match their income again. Gap closes to zero, rocket fuel gone. They're right back where they started, except now they're older and more tired. The people who actually achieve financial freedom are the ones who never inflate. They live on $50,000, no matter if they make $60,000 or $600,000. They keep the gap. They let the investments compound uninterrupted. They stay weird. They stay disciplined. And 10 years later, 20 years later, they're free while everyone who inflated is still on the treadmill. Let me show you what this looks like in the real world with actual numbers, because most people think this is theoretical. You're 35 years old making $90,000 a year. You cut your spending to $50,000. Your gap is $40,000 a year, $3,333 a month. You invest it all in index funds at 10% average returns. After 10 years, at age 45, you have $686,000. After 15 years, at age 50, you have $1.6 million. After 20 years, at age 55, you have $3.5 million. Your freedom number was $1.25 million. You hit it at age 50, you never have to work again. You own every hour of every day for the rest of your life, and you didn't need to make $500,000 a year. You didn't need to invent the next Facebook. You didn't need to take crazy risks. You just needed discipline. You needed to create and protect the gap. You needed to stay weird when everyone else was inflating. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen when you try this. The obstacles you're going to face that nobody warns you about. First, social pressure. Your friends will invite you to the $200 dinner and you'll say no. Your family will ask why you're still driving that old car. Your partner will want the nicer apartment. Your coworkers will think you're cheap or struggling, and you're going to want to prove them wrong by spending money. Don't let them think whatever they want. They're not the ones trying to buy their life back. Second, emergencies. Your car will break, your dog will get sick, your roof will leak, and you're going to panic because you don't have disposable income anymore. That's why you build the $1,000 emergency fund first. Use it, rebuild it, keep investing. Third, boredom. You're going to get bored living below your means. You're going to miss eating out, traveling, buying things. That's when you remind yourself why you're doing this. You're not doing this to be miserable. You're doing this to own your time. And boredom is temporary. Freedom is permanent. Here's the psychological shift you need to make. And this is the hardest part. You have to stop thinking of money as something you spend and start thinking of it as stored life. Every dollar you earn represents about 2 hours of your life. at average wages. When you spend that dollar, you're spending those 2 hours. When you invest that dollar, you're buying back future hours. You're trading current sacrifice for future freedom. And most people can't make that trade because they want it all now. They want the nice car now, the vacations now, the lifestyle now. But now is an illusion. Now is just a moment. Freedom is forever, and forever is worth any amount of temporary boredom or sacrifice. Let me address the person who's thinking, Ben, this is great for someone making $90,000, but I'm making $50,000. This doesn't apply to me. It absolutely does. The exact same roadmap. Your freedom number might be $750,000 instead of $1.25 million because your expenses are lower. But the steps are identical. Calculate your number, create the gap, invest ruthlessly, never inflate. If you make $50,000 and spend $40,000, your gap is $10,000 a year. Invested at 10%, after 20 years, you have $1 million. You're free. Same roadmap, lower numbers, same result. The only difference is discipline. And discipline is available to everyone. Salary is irrelevant. What matters is the gap. The final thing you need to internalize is that this isn't about getting rich. This isn't about Lamborghinis and private jets. This is about escape. This is about owning Monday mornings. This is about waking up at 37 or 42 or 47 and realizing you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to trade 8 hours of your finite life for payments. You can read, you can write, you can travel slowly, you can spend time with people you love without calculating vacation days. You can build things that matter to you. You can finally live a life you might actually remember. Because right now, you're not living. You're paying to exist. And the payments never stop. The job never ends. The treadmill never slows. The only way off is to build the gap, invest the gap, protect the gap until your investments pay your bills and you own your life again. Stop trying to look rich. Start getting free.